wonderful region, just how wonderful it is to live in northwest Missouri. As you look out at the crowd, we have many of our elected officials, be they from our city or our county or our state, and we have a whole gymnasium full of wonderful Missourians who, for a long time, have understood that we are great because we all work together and we all pull together. And we are very, very optimistic about the future of our northwest region, and we have an opportunity this evening to visit, to learn, to ask questions, and then again to show our guests how hospitable we can be. And so I encourage everyone here to follow the code that we always follow day in and day out of our behavior. And I ask you to please do not hesitate to ask the tough questions, and these gentlemen and ladies are here this evening to answer our questions, to give us a good insight. The gentlemen and ladies that are here from outside of our community, we thank the Attorney General's office for the representatives that are here, to PSF for sponsoring this, to these gentlemen that have joined us from out of state that have worked hard over the last many years to bring us all together, to bring us into compliance so that we can live in the best environment possible and flourish. And that's what we're all here to do. So again, welcome here this evening. We hope for a very positive meeting. Again, please do not hesitate if you have questions to ask those questions. We will have an opportunity to do that this evening. We'll first have a short program that won't last very long, and everyone will have an opportunity to ask your questions. So welcome to our gym, welcome to our campus, and please come back and visit us often. Thank you.
My name is Jack McManus. I am the Chief Counsel for the Agriculture and Environment Division in the Missouri Attorney General's office. And I was asked by the expert panel to act as the moderator for this evening. The expert panel has the responsibility of overseeing certain aspects of the agreement that was entered by Premium Standard Farms and the state of Missouri with respect to developing next generation technology in the farms. And so that will be the subject that we're going to be dealing with tonight, is a discussion of what has happened on that and answering questions and listening to comments from the public about what their concerns are and what information they're looking to get out of the discussion this evening. I wanted to ask a question. We have a big crowd here tonight. We also had a very big crowd in Princeton a few weeks ago, and I was just wondering how many people here were also at the Princeton meeting. Okay, that's great. Both the Attorney General and I were really impressed with the level of involvement, community interest that we had at that meeting. And I will say also, we really appreciated the courtesy and hospitality that were extended to us by everybody involved in that evening. PSF did a great job of organizing that, and the local officials did a great job of organizing it. Again, thank you very much, and I want to thank PSF as well for the work they did in organizing the event this evening. Really appreciate all the help they've given us. Let's see. The next thing I want to do is take some time to introduce the people who are up here on stage with me. And first of all, maybe people would just stand as I call them. Bill Holman. I think everybody knows Bill is the president of PSF, and we really appreciate you coming here to be with us and answer questions. Next to him is Brian Paulson. Brian is the manager of environmental affairs at PSF. He has also did much of the work in organizing the actual setup of this meeting, and again, do really appreciate it. To my left is Mike Williams. Professor Mike Williams is on the faculty of the North Carolina State University Department of Poultry Science. on the faculty of Texas A&M University and the director of the Texas AgriLife Research and Extension Center in Amarillo. And finally, Professor Larry Jacobson. Professor Jacobson is on the faculty of the University of Minnesota, also in the field of agriculture. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about, I missed one person, I apologize. At the far end of the table is Dr. Joe England. And Dr. England is with the Department of Natural Resources. He is Assistant Director for Science and Technology. I think I got that right. Let's see. Now, I want to discuss a little bit about this evening's events. I will be giving a very short presentation, just a little bit of background on the parts of the consent judgments that deal with the expert panel process and next generation of technology and how those work together. After that, Professor Williams will give a short presentation on where things stand in the development of next generation technology, a bit of history on that. And finally, I believe it is Mr. Paulson, who will then give a presentation on behalf of PSF, touching on some of the next generation technology issues as well. At that point, we will begin to ask questions. My understanding is there are some people who are going to be presented immediately after the presentations to ask some questions. Local officials primarily will get the opportunity to make some statements and ask some questions. I'll also let some of the other elected officials, as representatives of their communities,